Today we are going to discuss about in this video pteridophytes. In previous video we discussed about the bryophytes and the classification of the bryophytes, liverworts and the mosses. So in this video I will discuss about the pteridophytes. Pteridophytes, these are the first land plants, which means they are the true land plants. They contains the roots, stem and the leaves are in true in nature. They doesn't act like root like or stem like and leaf like. They are the true land plants which grown on the land, which contains the root, stem and the leaves. So the pteridophyte includes the horsetails and the ferns. These ferns are can seen in they can be grown in in Aruku regions and all. The ferns can be seen easily. They are like they are like environmental plant. So these can be used for the medicinal purpose and soil binders. Means for the medicinal purpose, any diseases can be cured due to these some kind of pteridophyte plants. Soil binders is nothing but by mixing the soil and this kind of plants gives the moisture and everything to nutrients to the plant. They are also frequently grown as the ornament. That is what is said, ornamentals, to look attract or for the ornamental purpose. They are the first terrestrial plants to possess the vascular xylem and phloem. These are the first true land plants. Terrestrial means land, which contains the xylem and phloem. So here the assertioning will be given that pteridophytes are first land plants. This is what the assertioning. Reasoning will be they contain xylem and the phloem. They contain xylem and phloem. True, both A and R are correct. R is the correct explanation for the A. So here they can be grown in the cool, damp and shady. So they can be grown in the more moist like water content, in shady and cool, damp like in the soil. Here the dominant phase is the gametophyte. In previous video we seen that bryophytes, the dominant phase is the gametophyte. Same like in the pteridophytes also, the dominant phase in the life cycle is gametophytic plant body. However, in pteridophytes the plant body will be the sporophyte, which contains true root, stem and leaves. Whereas in the bryophytes they lack the root, stem means true, but they act like root like, stem like and leaf like. These organs possess well differentiated vascular tissue. It contains the vascular tissue, both the xylem and the phloem. The leaves in pteridophyte are the small, which we call them as microphyll, as seen in the selagina. When it is larger in size, microphyll is seen in the ferns. Leaves when the leaves are seen in the very small, they can be seen in the selaginella. So the leaves are very small in nature, so known as the micropyle. When the leaves are seen in the very large, we can see in the ferns. See here the structures of the leaves. These are known as the microphyllae. Leaves are very large in size and nature, whereas in the selaginella the leaves are very small in nature. So So the sporophyte bears the sporangia, that substrate leaf-like appendages is called sporophyte. In some cases, sporophyll may form distinct compact structures called strobili or the cone selaginella and equistem. It contains the spores by meiosis. A spore gives rise to inconspicuous small but multicellular. What is the reduction? Reduction process is nothing but the meiosis undergoes the division and forms the four haploid cells. So these are the some of the examples and plants of the pteridophytes. First is the selagina. Here we can see the leaves are very small in nature, whereas in the ferns, this is the fern, the leaves are very large in size. These are known as megaphyll, and these are known as the microphyll. Phyll is nothing but a leaf, and you can see that here equistem and selaginella, strobili are the form in it. These are the node. Between two nodes there will be an internode, and this contains the rhizome. It is known as the salvinia. These are the plants of the pteridophytes. Equistem, it is the strobili it contains. It is a cone in shape. It contains roots, stem and rhizome to be grown. And when coming to the salvinia, it can be grown in water. It is the flower. It can be grown. It contains it is in aquatic in nature. It contains roots, stem and leaves. It is used for the environmental purposes. Next, coming to the sporophyte, it's a free living, mostly photosynthetic thalloid gametophytes called prothallus. It is made by prothallus. Pro is nothing is starting point. Thallus means thalloid gametophyte. It is known as the prothallus. So these gametophytes requires the generally pteridophytes very usually grown in the cool and shady places, not very much in sunlight. Cool, damp, shady places to grow. Because of this restricted requirement, the need for water for fertilization, the spread of living pteridophytes is very limited and restricted to grow narrow graphical region. Because of the water requirement and the shady places, this is specific region, there is very less geographical regions to grow, not very much vast density to grow in the region. The gametophyte bears the male and female sex organ is nothing but the antheridium and archegone. Male sex organ is known as antheridium and female is nothing but the archegonium. Water is required for the transfer of the anthozoids. The male gametes releases from the anthozoid the mouth of the archegonium, and fusion of the male and female gamete present in archegonium results to form a zygote. And zygote is multicellular, well differentiated sporophyte, which is known as the dominant phase of the pteridophyte. In majority of the pteridophyte, all spores of the such plants are called as homospores. Homo means same, similar in size. The spores are all of a similar in size. It can be seen in the selaginella and salvinia. Homospores. In Selagina and Salvinia, it contains the two spores. One is large one and the another one is smaller. When producing the different kinds of spores, it is known as the heterospores. The megaspores and micros germinates to give male and female, and the larger one will be the megaspore and the smaller one will be the microspore, and it is a male gamete. The female gametes in these plants are retained on the parent sporophyte. The development of the zygote into a young embryo takes place within the gamete. The zygote develops into embryo, and this all process will be takes place in the female gametophyte within the place. This event is a precursor to seed habitat, considered important step in it. So it is an important steps to development for seed habitat in the evolution. So it contains the further classifications of the four types: Psilopsida, Lycopsida, and Spinopsida, Pteropsida. So Psilopsida includes Xylotum, Lycopsida includes Selagina and Lycopodium, Spinopsida comes under the Equisetum, and Pteropsida includes for Ediantum, Pteris, and Dryopteris. Pteris. So here, based on the classification of pteridophyte, the matching can be asked. Spinopsida in which class, and Pteropsida in which class. So this is the important area for the matching can be asked. So in starting we said that pteridophytes are the true land plants. It is a true. Why? Because in accessioning it can be asked. When it is comes under reasoning, reasoning includes they contains the true stem, root and leaves, and also the vascular bundle. So A and R is correct. R is the correct explanation for the A. So it completes the pteridophytes. Next video we will discuss about the gymnosperm. Thank you.